Hello, Corbin, Kurt, other Coursera friends. My name is Eric Reinflash. I'm a marketing professor at the University of Illinois. I'm also the instructor for two Coursera classes, Marketing in a Digital World, and more recently, the 3D Printing Revolution. And welcome to my orange room. I know it's a lot of orange. I have to put some stuff on the walls to hide it, so my apologies if there's too much orange for you. I've been asked by Corbin to provide some thoughts about a few questions that may be of some use to you. So I prepared a few comments, and I'll try to answer those questions to the best that I can. The first question was, how do I feel about teaching on Coursera more broadly and our IMBA program more specifically? Before answering that question, I should point out that while I've taught a course for the IMBA, it actually occurred before the program was launched. My course was taught in June 2015, and our program wasn't officially launched until January 2016. So my experience may be a bit different than instructors in the current version of our IMBA program. But overall, I really enjoy teaching on Coursera. It's been a tremendous experience. I appreciate the opportunity that I've been given to share my ideas with the world. It's probably the most exciting thing I've done as a professor, certainly in the past 5 years, possibly ever. And what I really like about Coursera, among many things, is the chance to share my ideas with the world. I have over 111,000 learners in my digital marketing course, and I would never imagined being able to reach so many people in such a short amount of time. As a point of reference, in my prior 17 years as a college professor, I taught 2,000 students. So reaching a factor of 55 times that many in about a year is simply amazing. It's mind-boggling. In terms of the IMBA, we have a really excellent group of students. I've met some of them physically, and I enjoy sharing ideas with these folks. They're smart, they're interactive, they have great ideas, and I learn as a professor. And I think as academics, the one thing that we have in common is we enjoy learning. Learning is really cool. Moving on to the second question, what could Coursera do better? A few thoughts. I think things are done really well. I know Coursera is continually evolving. Every week I see some new added feature. So I think the platform's a lot better than it was when I began a little over a year ago. The problem I struggled with and our learners struggled with was having the dual platforms. The Coursera platform for the low engagement and our Blackboard, our Compass platform for the high engagement. They had to log into both systems. It was clunky. I believe I was the guinea pig, so I believe a lot of the kinks have been worked out since that time. So I think things are moving, are much smoother, moving in the right direction. But I do believe a single platform experience would really make things a heck of a lot smoother for the instructor and also for our students. And I've heard that Coursera is moving in this direction, so I applaud you for that. The other thing I think Coursera could be helpful would be in capturing some of the analytics. There's rich analytics embedded in all of our classes, and the ability to capture that and share some top-line metrics and helping guide our instruction, telling us perhaps things we haven't seen, have an extra set of eyes through this more macro analytical lens would be very helpful as a professor. We see some of this with the dashboard, but if we could get some more refined metrics, the things I have in mind are things like what seems to be working, what's not working, lessons from other courses in the Coursera universe could be helpful. Resources that we don't know about would be very helpful as well. So as Coursera develops more of these analytics to help guide the faculty member would be very helpful. Third, what is the biggest benefit as a Coursera and IMBA instructor? I think I mentioned that already. It's a chance to stretch my skills. Before beginning Coursera, I'd never taught online before. It was a scary proposition. It was nice to develop, well, at first it was scary and challenging, but eventually nice to develop that skill set, to have more confidence that there's something else I can do. And as we're moving towards a new industrial age of education, the next big thing that same forces of the digital economy that have rocked and changed almost every other industry is starting to take place in our industry, in higher education. So I think having that skill set is imperative for those of us who plan to work for more than 5 years as professors in the future. The other thing is, again, just learning new things on a daily basis. The analogy I draw is, in my courses, I've set a conversation. Mostly think of like Linux, almost the source code, in which the Coursera participants co-create the curriculum. So although I haven't had a chance to revise my curriculum, I've learned many new things, many examples I never thought about of the concepts that I'm providing, and also reality checks of where these concepts may work and where they may not be working. So that's the benefit of having 100,000 learners across 200 different countries. You have these eyes and ears around the world, and occasionally they come back and they tell you what they've seen and what they've heard. And that just enriches my ability to share more stories with more students. Final reflections. One thing that we've been struggling with here at the University of Illinois is how to reward faculty for their efforts in Coursera, especially with IMBA. So right now we have 2 financial payments. One is a payment for developing the course, another a payment if you're teaching a credit version of the course. Now, I know that many other institutions, such as the University of Michigan, Michigan State, are actually offering royalties for certificates that are sold as a result of their courses. I've been encouraging Illinois to think about this model. Personally, I don't think we need to pay instructors to develop the course. We're all concerned about our careers, the products that we deliver, and whether or not I'm paid to develop a course won't change how I actually do develop it. It provides no incentive. I'm going to do a good job no matter what, because my brand is out there, my face is out there, my content is out there in the world. However, if we were paid for certificates, then we empower faculty to become more involved, to become salespeople, advocates, disciples of their class, and bring students into the fold. And right now, there's not much of incentive. So what you'll see is, I think you know this, across the entire Coursera platform, only a small percentage of faculty are actually engaged in their course on a daily basis. I think that's a mistake. I think if I was to kick the tires as a prospective IMBA student, I would do a low engagement, and if I saw a faculty member wasn't too engaged in that course, I wouldn't shell out $20,000 for an IMBA. So I think it's imperative we think about these financial incentives and how do we align the best interest of all parties involved. Now, having said that, certainly the financial aspect is just one small portion of why people engage as instructors in Coursera. I think we have lots of benefits. The most important are the non-financial, the chance to learn, chance to expand our skill set. But I do think it's important to align incentives. Overall, it's been a great experience. Having a chance to be part of something new is always exciting. Coursera is new. Our IMBA is even newer. And I'm so proud of the University of Illinois, of Coursera, that we are engaged in really changing the face of business education. So thank you for the opportunity. I hope these rambling comments were helpful. I look forward to further adventures with Coursera in the years ahead. And I'm really excited to see where things go. I think we're just scratching the surface, at the tip of the iceberg, and great things are ahead. So best wishes. I look forward to seeing you in person in California, or Champaign, or even Urbana. Have a good meeting. Take care. Bye-bye.